Have you been in a situation when you are feeling that you have everything to success, and at some point is something in your mind that don't allow you to grab this next goal, this next achievement, or just something very simple, right? So today we're going to review how to stop sabotage ourselves with 4 simple steps. It's going to be roles in your family, belief, values, and my favorite word, that because it's more difficult for me, boundaries. So stay until the end for review all of them. But before we start it, I'm going to introduce myself for the people who is new in this channel. My name is Veronica. I'm a chemical engineer and I have years of experience working in the corporate work. And in these channels, I'm going to share with you insight about abundance, about spirituality, and about self-love. So let's start it. What happens when we are with self-sabotage? When we are self-sabotage, we are our worst enemy, right? We don't believe in ourselves. So how we start to our self-awareness, because that we need, not just to do things to be a better person, to be a better professional, just to start it, how it works, right? How our minds works. So this is for like a principle of awareness. They're gonna help you to understand how you're working. So our first principle is rules. So it's a simple exercise that you can do. Remember about your childhood. How was in your family? What is the role that you are in? Your role in your family. For example, you was a pleasing person, or you was more like a challenge child for your parents. What kind of role do you have in your childhood? Because that is gonna give you some insight about how you works. Because there's many things that we learn in our childhood that we're gonna reply in our present life. The second point is about belief. What is your family belief? What is their belief? For example, that to be able to have money, you just have to work hard, or the people that have money is not a nice people. This kind of belief that limit your option, right, in our current life. The third point is about the value itself. What is more valuable in your home when you was child? For example, honesty was valuable for your family. Family itself, time to be with your family. What is you remember that was more usual that you have in your family that is represent you right now, and can be something that is going to help you, or by the other hand, something that you are using in an extreme way, right? When I say extreme, is when you're using and you damage yourself, you sabotage yourself. For example, when we go for an interview and they ask for some specific skills in a different industry that we never have in work. So some people, they believe that if they don't use this skill in this industry, this just industry that they are asked for, and not based in the industry they work in was different to this one, they believe that they are lying if they said they know or they can use this skill. And the way that you can approach for this example is, I have this skill, but I know that it's transferable, right, to this industry. Because remember that everything that we have, we can apply in different situations. For example, this professional skills is a very good example, to be honest, of something that, do you think that sometimes you can have more options if you start to doing this you consider value. Remember that value is something that we give that connotation. It's not transversal for everyone else. It's just for us. Sometimes we share with some friends, with our partner, but it's not something that everyone have the same in the most of the case. So be aware that you want to have different level too. This is another important point. Maybe for you, honest is say always the truth, no matter what. And there is some time that you have sometimes hold true. For example, when something very complicated happen with the child, you have to hold the truth, not because you don't want to be honest, it's because sometimes the people cannot handle in this right moment, and you have to wait until they have the enough strength to receive this news, right? So I think value is more based in our criteria, how you manage the criteria in different situations, because when we have this certain criteria, we can approach in a more assertive way to any situation, relationship, about money, about work, everything. And my last point that is more difficult for me the most of the time is boundaries. How you are working with your boundaries. If we are grow up being a pleasing child in our home, we're going to have a lot of trouble to say no. We're going to have a lot of trouble to argue with people. We don't want to be the mean people in some situation, and we thought when we put our opinion that is different from the rest of the opinions, the rest of the people is going to receive like we are a negative person, right? And the most of the case is not like this, because as an adult we know that everything have their own experience and their own value, and if we are working or we are with friends that appreciate us, they're gonna understand that it's coming from a positive side of us. It's not coming from something negative. So keep that in mind when the next time do you want to give your opinion on something, and even though the rest of have a different opinion, you're gonna give you another approach of the same situation. So if you like this video, if you like this content, give me a like, subscribe to my channel. My commitment with you is to share most information as possible, the most important information about self-love, about spirituality, abundance, because I firmly believe these 3 pillars is going to help you to achieve any goals that you want in your life and to have the life that you deserve. And please share information with the rest of the community. As I always say, share information and let's make a community.